So we got Robret, and he's got something fancy. What do you got, Robret?
Good stuff.
This is Sheridan's coffee layered liqueur, and it's in a half and or a 3/4 and a 1/4, and he's going to pour it with the fancy thing. Tip glass while pouring, it says. And it layers.
Would you like the same amount?
Yes, that would be fine, Robret. As he pours, go behind shot. Look, it's like any new reality show. Like, can you see what they're doing? Look, like, can you see all the angles of what they're doing? Look, check it out. Look it in the glass. Do you see in there? Yeah, it's like going. So, what do you think, Robret? What do you think? Is it one of these new reality shows where, like,
I'm gonna vomit.
Really? No, I know, but they always like go and do shit like weird shit like that, you know? And they go, and then wait, look, he's got a bottle. Yeah. Okay, and then wait, and then you do like the ocean, and then, and it's like, indeed, but it's like dark and light.
Just good as it was on the.
And we got the whiff on it.
Yum, yum, yum! I can see why you got it, because it's right in front of you.
Hey, what's going on? It's Jay's Bar After Hours. Everything is knackered as usual. And we are chooching on a tequila and an orange juice. I have a little problem. Try to take care of that right there. There we go. So I turned the music down. We had a little bit of a knackered night. It smells like cigarettes down here because Matt was on the cigarettes. Yeah, he was on the cigarettes, and I had the fans in the windows. But that's what this video is about. We're doing fans in the windows. I have a fans that came with the house. There we go. That probably will fit this window. Right now I'm using the old school, I think it's a Vornado actually, and it came 2 in a set in a window fan unit, and one was dead, the other we resurrected, and it kind of works. Takes a while to spin up, but once it does, it operates choochingly. And we use that, and that works. But I have one that kind of fits the window better, so it'll like fit and chooch in there better, and I could maybe even screw it down to there. And I also have an air conditioner that might actually fit that to help keep the bars cool, so I don't have to run the big central air for just people's, you know, even though I can, you know, just because I can. Right, Dan? Because I can. But anyway, you know, if I don't have to, I don't have to. But anyways, so that was that. So what did we do today? Well, we made a barbecue. Chad, you missed it because you're a dick. And we had all kinds of niggeries, juices. We had watermelons. We had ribs, but you missed it. You know, you bet your part. You know, Alyssa was awesome though. I'll tell you what she said. She said that Chad probably went to the beach yesterday and got sand in his vagina, and that could be painful from what I hear. So that's a bad thing. I understand. And he was at home, called out from work today, was busy douching all day, and hopefully everything is all right now and you're not irritated, because that only happens once a month, but you never do know. So anyway, we did that. We have some macaroni and cheese left, and that's that. So I probably won't put that away. Wait till it gets hard in the pot, because some people like it 9 days old. And we have the old GE fan. Now, I'm going to stop the camera for a second so I can get into a better position to show you why this is knackered. Okay, so I've been running the fan. It's currently on low. Now, I know it's kind of hard to see, but you see the low button is pushing, and and that has kind of a bad contact on it. So it sort of works, sort of doesn't, but I have it so it's working. And it also has a thermostat, which sort of really doesn't work too well anymore, but it kind of goes on and off. You'll see, you know, if I turn it up, okay, because now I'm about halfway, and we'll turn it, and you'll see the fan will go. So anyway, it is still kind of on and powered, but also what you can't see, it says in and out, and the in button is pressed, and that's because this fan will reverse itself by just pressing the button there, which is kind of cool. So now I noticed something, and that's when you put it to the out position, the fan makes a lot of noise. And I said, gee, that's interesting. And I said, I wonder if the blades are possibly coming off the shaft and hitting into the thing over there, the grill, and that's actually what's happening. And even though it's hard to see, there is a spot that's kind of worn away right there, where it's been rubbing. So that's what's happening. Now, typically old fans, or even maybe new ones, I don't know if the Made in China ones do this, it is kind of hot because it's been running, will move on their thing a little bit. And if you reverse it, obviously it'll reverse direction and whatever. But I did notice one thing, and that's that this set screw looked like it didn't have a set screw. Upon closer inspection, it does indeed have a set screw, and that is entirely tight on there. The problem is, if you grab the entire hub, that's not supposed to happen. And you can see the entire contacts and the shaft, and you can see it is clearly there. There is a set screw. It's entirely tight on there, and that is not a good thing. So this is not supposed to happen. I don't know why it's happening, but what does happen, if I can get this back in here, there we go. See, it spins nice and free, okay? Everything's good, but when you put it on the out, it ends up pushing, you see the gap here? If I turn it on, and I'll do this with the blades, with the grill off rather, you'll watch that gap decrease. Just like that, see? I just shut it off again. And it kind of comes off. I'll just keep my hand there just in case. But that's what happens. When you spin it in the opposite direction, the magnetic field kind of wants to shift it off of there, and it hits into the grill. And that shouldn't be happening. I don't know why this is. I haven't actually looked at it. Excuse me, I haven't itched it. But there you go. Anyways, that's all done. So something is knackered, but it does work in the inwards or forward direction. So I'll either leave it like that or research it a bit and find out what the fuck is going on with the damn fan, so I can make it chooch a little more. And I probably can't do this with one hand. Almost. Well, I got one side in. I'll play with the other one later. Anyways, that's the deal. It's off, so it won't turn on accidentally. I have a drink over at the bar. We're going to go and get it. We'll sit over at the bar where there's a little more light. But anyway, the fan is somewhat knackered, and I found through watching YouTube videos and seeing what other people have and looking what's in the stores now, there is nothing worthwhile buying, period. Not computers, not even a fan. Can't even buy a fan anymore because they're not metal blades like that guy was. They're plastic. And, okay, they're plastic, they're not metal. What do? They give you 5 blades that aren't pitched even close to being enough, where only 3 blades that are pitched enough on low was providing plenty of cooling, even with a bad contact, which is probably burned to hell at that, which no amount of contact cleaner or filing the points on it are going to fix easily. But that's how they used to make them. And it lasted, I'll guess that fan is from the 60s, so it's got to be about 50 years old. And when I got it, all it needed was oil, and it sprang right back to life. It was pretty dead when I got it. It really didn't want to spin, but after I oiled it, she ran like a champ. So I'm seeing about getting some other old school fans. I do have one from Grandma that Grandma gave me because Grandma gave it to me, and whatever. So I had that, and I played with that fan when I was about 13, and I did get it running then. At this point, from 13 to, well, even before that, maybe 10 to 12, 10 to 13, even at double that age, 26, I'm now 32, going on 33 next month, and next month. After all that time, the insulation on the wire has certainly deteriorated, and as such, it's really not safe to plug in. So I am going to replace the inlet cord on it. No big deal. With that aside, I did carefully try it with the cord it had over at my dad when I got it, when Grandma moved in over there. And it didn't want to run. It just hummed, and it hummed very angrily, in that it didn't want to spin forwards nor backwards. So something is certainly knackered on there. I believe the switch on it is still good, so I will test that with a meter, and if it is good, I'll solder the wires on there and make use of the original switch in that. It's very interesting looking. I don't have it in the house now. It's in the garage. And I will work on that and see what the fuck the deal is. But anyway, at this point, it is just shy of 11 o'clock. Oh, one other thing, I fixed it. ThereIFixed.com. I got to put a label on it. You see, it's almost 11. Obviously, it has the original plug plugged back in, which is running down the cords, and the cords goes over here to that long, big, flat transformer made in China piece of shit, which is 12 volts, about 1.25 amps. That, which I was using temporarily to fix, to see if it worked, is 12 volts, about 4 amps, and the plug happened to fit it. But I cut the plug off the old transformer that it came with and got her up and running again. So thank God for that. It was just a component failure, and we got her up and running again. So now we have the clocks back at the bar, because if that died, it would have sucked indeed. And I have all sorts of other ideas. I have a security system that I'm going to set up and try that. Maybe we'll put a little tooth monitor up in the corner there where the black thing died and stuff, but I don't know. Don't know yet. I haven't decided what the fuck I'm going to do. So, like I said, we had a barbecue today, and after that, we watched a video of Shad throwing up on the Fail blog, and that was good. That was good. Everybody enjoyed, and then Matt cheeched with Sam. He cheeched, and that was the end of that. That's pretty much it. So, it's, like I said, just shy of 11 o'clock. I'm music down low. I'm going to finish my drinkage, which I really have not been chooching enough at this moment, but we'll finish that. And it's pretty rare I actually get to sit out at the bar instead of being behind the bar. But because there's nobody here, I could be my own bartender and patron. So I'm sitting out at the bar. It's quite more comfortable. These chairs, as old as they are, still pretty comfortable. Of course, they're not made in China either, but what can I tell you? Everything else is knackered. Everything else is knackered. But other than that, Shad pussied out, like I said. And we even pussied out we'll see him again one time, sometimes. We'll see. Jay's birthday coming up in a month and change, you know, month and a half almost. About a couple weeks, we're going to open the pool up. I have everything under control, draining the water off the top. Most of it's gone. We'll gather everything up after I hook the pump up and hope that that works right. If it does, then we'll gather everything up, drain all the water out. As soon as it doesn't chooch anymore, we'll pull her out if we can, without the weight of the extra water on it, like we did last year, and dump all the shit in the pool because we can't handle it. And hopefully that will do it, and it'll just take 2 hours, 3 hours, 8 hours, whatever it is, to take all the rest of the water off of there and whatever. I was going to get a nice sump pump and drain that, but I just left the pump running one day for a good like 12 hours, and I came back and it was like, oh, it's been running dry for I forgot how long. I left it running overnight and forgot it, but it was still running. So I don't know, that pump somehow can run dry for quite some time. I don't know if it just gets enough of a chooch of water to cool it or whatever the deal, but anyway, it's rambling time with Jay's Bar After Hours, so that's the deal, and we're going to call it quits. It is now past 11 o'clock, so you've been watching this video way too long, and have a good night, everybody. I'm going to finish my drink and probably go to bed.